Oh, and welcome guys, name is Vernon Pinar. I am a photographer by heart, by trade, by essence, but I also do videography. So, I want to talk to you guys about a lens, right? A lens that I think every photographer should have, and it is the Nifty 50, right? Okay, so the 50mm is a very handy lens to have, right? I was gonna say the best, but I mean that's quite subjective. The reason I'm saying 50mm, right, is simply because it's similar to your line of sight, right? Obviously 35mm is much better, but the 35mm often costs slightly more than the 50mm. 50mm is good because it gives you a good enough focal length, right? It's not too wide like a 24. It's also not too narrow like say a 75 or 85, right? And they're usually fairly affordable. I'm not gonna say cheap because that is also subjective, but 50mm compared to a 35mm will always be slightly more affordable, right? So this is the Sony 50mm E mount. It's the full frame one, right? FE 1.8. Very nice, very small, very compact. I used to shoot full-on weddings with this lens. I used to shoot everything. Okay, given I only had a 50mm, but that is usually enough for me, right? I'm currently shooting this on the Sony 24-105 G Master. That is also a very nice lens because it does give you a nice range of focal length. When it comes to gear, I always tell people it's about the application, right? I mean, it's pointless you're gonna have all the best gear and you're gonna have like a 24-70 2.8 and a 70-200 if you're not gonna utilize the gear for its specific purposes. I mean, if you shoot weddings, right, then it would be great to have a 24-70 2.8 because that f-stop of 2.8 really gets like the best portraits, right? You get a nice depth of field and you have a nice range ranging from 24mm to 70, but for portraiture, for like a flat portraits, you're gonna need something longer than 70mm, right? I'm doing a lot more fashion work, right? And it's just easier to have a 24-105 because number one, I hardly shoot on such a wide aperture, right? Because you usually shoot at like 7.189 and you usually shoot it like with soft light, so I don't have like a need to shoot at like f2.8, right? This video is not about that lens. This video is about this lens. Like I said, Sony 50mm 1.8, small, compact, nifty, fast. Did I mention that it's small and compact? I mean, guys, we always want to buy gear, no? And it's liquor. It's nice to have liquor gear, but nowadays I just want my gear to be simple. I just want it to be liquor on the go. I mean, if I can shoot video without my gimbal, I would, but I mean the gimbal obviously gives you that nice smooth motion and everything. Wait, sorry, once again, it's not about the other gear, it's about this lens, right? Like I said, small, nifty, very fast. It's fast because it's a Sony lens that I'm shooting with my Sony camera, so that's also something to take note. Your native lenses are always going to perform better than any other brand, but sometimes the other brands, like for instance the Sigmas and the Tamrons, they are very nice. The price range is also decent sometimes. And like for instance, a very good friend of mine also does videography. He has he shoots with Sigma, and he's extremely happy because the lens is quite fast, right? And it gives him that range of focal length that he wants, right? So all in all, as I always say, it is quite subjective. It all depends on what it is that you will be using your gear for, right? But what I can say is, if you are a photographer, you can't go wrong with the 50mm Nifty 50 Maiburu, right? For, like I said, for the longest time, even before I switched to Sony, right, I shot with a Canon 5D Mark IV, and guess what lens I had? 50mm. So even with the Sony, 50mm, best way to go. Small, nifty, compact, you get great shots with this. So yeah, if you are a photographer, get yourself a 50, Nifty 50, man, 50 boys. Yeah, this is very nice. I think I'm gonna go take a picture now. Yeah, anyway, yes, if you guys do want to know more, drop a comment. I'll make another video where I go a little bit in depth about why I chose the 24-105 instead of like the 24-70. Yeah, I'll do that just for you if you want me to. I'm gonna do it anyway. But yeah, all in all, Sony 50mm 1.8, goodbye, very goodbye. I'm still happy with this lens. I still prefer shooting with it actually. It's just the 24-105 gives me range. But away, Sony 50mm f1.8, can't go wrong. Shot, kwai. Thank you, bye.